Let's make a dream home. Let's look at what we're making first. This is one that I made out of upholstery fabric. Very cute. And the roof hinges open so you can put things inside. Here's one made out of quilter's cotton. You can do it. It's just flimsier. It just wants to fall over a little bit more. But you know, you can still do it. It's cute. Yeah. So let's look at the pattern. Pow! It has this shape. And these are the 4 walls. This is the floor. And then this is the roof. To get started, cut along the outside of the shape all of the solid lines. Cut out on all of the solid lines. I'm going to pin my pattern to my fabric. So this is what I've got. And now I'm going to cut out again around those solid lines. Okay. If you want, you're welcome to use your machine to zigzag or straight stitch around the edges if you've got a fabric that frays a lot. A lot of upholstery fabrics are woven and fray. So feel free, if it's super annoying to work with, to stitch around the outside with your machine or do it by hand. We're going to join these walls together and make them stand upright. We want to start a stitch at this corner here, but make sure you don't go beneath where this corner point is, because you want the base to sit flat. If you start your stitches beneath the corner, it's going to raise up in a funny way. So going from the wrong side of the fabric through to the pretty side, we're going to poke through just a little bit. See? Oh. And now we're going to follow through, bring the walls together. We're going to go back into this like crevice in between the walls. See that? Yup. And then we're going to, do the same thing. Go from the wrong side to the right side. I'm kind of holding it like this. And follow through. Back into the crevice. Oh yeah. Go to the wrong side. Through. Follow through to the right side. Yes. Go back into the crevice. Okay. Then from the wrong side to the right side. Okay. So always go into that crevice in between the walls. Just a little bit higher than your previous stitch. And we're just going up, 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 up. All right. So I'm going to do this for all 4 of the walls. Okay, so I've got a little basket now. And here's what it sort of looks like a baseball. It just goes all the way up. So now what we're gonna do, wow, is get our pattern back out and now cut on all the dotted lines. You've got this. You're gonna fold on all of the solid lines and take this shape and set it aside. We're gonna use it in a second. Here's our roof. Fold on that solid line with the dots. They're on the inside. The dots are on the inside. You're going to find the middle point of your roof. Yeah? By folding down to where this corner meets the top edge of this corner. And finger press the ridge of your roof. Yeah. And maybe that'll help you know where the middle line is. Since my fabric is unpressable, I'm just going to slide this in here so that middle of the paper meets middle of the roof. Okay, so now you're gonna hold your roof in place with your non-dominant hand. You're gonna get your needle, which I already have thread on, and you're going to poke through, be careful, poke through all of the dots in the middle. You're not gonna sew through, you're just poking holes. If you've ever bound a book before, this is probably feeling familiar to you. But like I said, please be careful. Your hand is on the other side. And now, to hide your knot, go ahead and put your needle between the fabric and the paper and come up on that first hole. Yes, indeed. And now make sure it's in the right spot. You got everything in the places that you need it in the right places. Scoochy, scoochy. And now just go into that second hole. Thank you. And now from the top of the roof downward, make sure everything's in the right spot. Mine is scooching a lot. From the top of the ridge into the third hole. Yep. And now you probably get the drift. Just do this until you get to the end. And then tie off a knot to make the knot not visible. To make the K-N-O-T N-O-T visible, you'll be up out of the seventh hole. Oh, yeah, it's hard to see. And then you'll go in between the paper and the roof fabric. Sheesh. You won't go back out of the fabric. And then tie a knot off behind the paper. So this is what I have now on the top of my roof. And now I'm going to do the same process for the other holes. And I'm going to start in between the fabric and the paper. So you always get 3 stitches on the outside. So I'm going to do that 2 more times. 2 more lines of dots. Okay, so again, I'm holding it in place with my non-dominant hand, and I'm going to punch through the dots without sewing, just to prep the dots and give my needle somewhere to fall. So I punched all my holes. I'm going between the paper and the roof fabric. See how I'm between? Oops. Dip, 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 dip. And I'm going to go towards myself. Yep. Yep. Yeah. And now I'm going to go that second hole from the inside to the outside. Yes, I am. And I'm going to go ahead and do that for the rest of the roof. I'm going to finish the other line too. Alright, so this is what I have. My roof has all these lines going across the top. I'm folding the paper at the middle. And now we have more structure for our roof. Now, take this shape that you set aside, and we're going to fold it up, make all the walls meet each other at their edges. We're going to place this, we're going to snuggle it inside the house we just made. Great. So here's what I just made. Here's my dream home. And you know, the paper's all on the inside, and that helps give it some structure and helps it stand up better. But yeah, I'll be darned if it just isn't the cutest little thing. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy.